Hello. Hello. Namoy. Welcome, everybody. Finally made it to a live. Glad to have you here. Hold on, I gotta move things around. Everything's in the wrong spot. This. Oh, maybe that's fine there. Maybe that's fine. All right. First time saying Namoy in the chat. Welcome. Gem, how you doing? Good to have you here. How are we all going today? I hope we're going swell, mighty fine. Today, we got two things on the agenda. We are going to be reading some Reddit confessions. That'll be day 2 of Reddit confessions. And then we are going to play some of the worst rated Nintendo DS games. We're going to be playing number 15 through to 12. 15, 14, 13, and 12 worst rated Nintendo DS games. That'll be day 4. Day 4 of working through the top 25 list. How are you? I am well. I'm slightly sleepy, but I will bring the energy. When I hit that record button, I'm going to put all of my energy into the next 60 minutes. Are we making this YouTube video? Yes, this is 1/7 of 2 different YouTube videos. Actually on time. Yep, we've been live for 3 minutes. That's eating into our 60 minutes. We have 57 minutes left. That's not entirely true. The 60 minutes kind of starts when we start recording. But we might as well start recording. I always find this bit odd. I find the transition hard to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to transition to saying hello because people keep showing up and then I keep feeling like I need to keep saying hello. But, yep, let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. Let me, actually, I'll keep the music going because it's confessions. There's no sounds anyway, so we can mute that after the fact. So, funny background music continues. But, if we could get some Nomoys in the chat, and we're going to get going with some confessions. Gonna look through some confessions. Remember, we're looking for the most based and the most diabolical. If any of you were here in the last stream, I'm sure at least a couple of you were, but anyway. Nomoy, and welcome to day 2 of the Reddit confessions. Let's get straight into it. The first confession of today, of the day, is I purposefully made a girl fail a test in elementary school. I believe it was either 3rd or 4th grade. I kept noticing this girl would cheat off me and get the exact same score as me on every quiz or test. So I came up with a plan to make her fail a test. I purposefully chose wrong answers on a multiple choice test, making sure she could see what I put. I put a small dot on the answer I actually thought was correct. Then I acted like I was done, waited for her to go turn her test in. I quickly erased all my answers, changed the ones I had dotted earlier. She came back to our table, and I could tell she was horrified when she saw me doing what I was doing. Long story short, she ended up failing the test, and I got like 80-something on it. I sort of dropped it in too because I made sure to ask her how she did. I've only told a few people this story. Only person told me it was kind of psychopathic, so I felt kind of bad. Absolutely not. But I just thought I was teaching a lesson or whatever, I guess. I'm pretty sure it worked at least a little because she stopped cheating off me. Savage? Nah, that is based. I think that is absolutely based. If any of you were here yesterday, we used the term yesterday interchangeably. I know it wasn't actually yesterday, but it was yesterday's video according to the video. I think that's based. I reckon that's more based than the extra nugs. And I'm not scared to say it. Cheating test. I reckon that takes the cake. I would do the same, to be honest. Exactly. You don't owe them anything. They're cheating off you. Why not? That's absolutely fair. I'll turn on the thing. I think that is the current frontrunner for most based. It's called teaching a brutal lesson in honesty and minding your own business. Oh, it's called teaching a brutal lesson in honesty and minding your own business. You didn't know it at the time, but you helped her out more by causing her to fail than you ever would have by continuing to ignore her cheating off you. Exactly. Helped her out. One test in 3rd or 4th grade. Also, so inconsequential. That is a perfect time to learn the lesson. It doesn't really matter. I think extra nugs. I reckon this is based. I reckon that is some forward thinking for a 3rd or 4th grade. Teaching someone a good lesson, not to cheat on a test. More based than extra nugs? That's just how I'm calling it. I don't feel bad. All right, next one. I've intentionally not cleaned our house for the past year. My husband claims to be a germaphobe, but lives like a slob. We separated, but never officially divorced in 2020. I truly loved living alone with my pets, but I'm admittedly not the best housekeeper. Laundry is always piled up, and dishes don't get washed until I can actually fill the dishwasher. I don't sweep/mop as often as I should, but will make a generous effort if I'm expecting company. So back in 2022, we reconnected and rekindled our relationship and decided to move in back in together. His OCD, which I have recently learned to call it, is extremely frustrating. He must wash or sanitize his hands after touching anything that's been on the floor, money, his wallet, etc. I am required to do the same. Any piece of clothing that has been worn outside of the bedroom, i.e. his safe space, even if only for an hour, has to go immediately in the laundry. He hasn't had a legit job in over a year. Some under-the-table work for a while, started 2 different server jobs, was fired within weeks. I work full-time and pay at least 90% of the bills. This was still the case before we split. So for the past year, I've decided that if he is going to be such a... I'm sure that stands for something. I'm not going to do the housework. Guys, our house is disgraceful, and I'd be mortified if anyone came to visit. The floors haven't been cleaned in months. The garbage is overflowing before it gets taken out. Last week, we got a notice in the mail about our unkept lawn. I cave in and clean the bathroom when he leaves skid marks on the toilet, or when the sink or shower starts looking gross, but I legitimately can't tell if he just doesn't notice these things, doesn't care, or just knows that eventually I'll take care of them so he won't have to. Okay. I think there is teaching a lesson, and then there is the fact that you have to live like that. Like, you can try teach him a lesson, but you also have to live like that. It's partly on him, sure. Obviously, she's trying to say, like, he needs to pick up some slack. But, like, at what cost? Why did they get back? I assume other parts of the relationship are better than whatever that situation is. OCD doesn't always have to correlate with cleanliness. Well, it seems like in this case, it certainly doesn't. I don't understand, why not just have a discussion? Like, it seems so passive-aggressive to just let the house get into an absolute shambles rather than just talking about it. Just maybe sit down and be like, hey, maybe we should keep the house a bit tidier. I don't know if you've noticed, we're living in a sty. I don't know. I think this one's kind of diabolical. I reckon this is just like, what in the lack of communication is this? Like, just sit down and talk for real? That's what I'm saying.
Leave your husband.
Leave your husband? I don't know. I don't know. I think it deserves a conversation. Thank you for the super chat, Emu. I think this, I actually think this is diabolical. I don't know if I'm just getting trigger happy with the front runners here. 1, 2. I'm calling this one diabolical. The last one was like a bit of a weird one anyway, because it wasn't actually the guy who said it. It was like a secondhand story. So I'm actually gonna clean the house and just please talk about it. I'm not saying she needs to clean the house. I'm not saying anyone needs to clean that. I'm saying you two, both of you, need to clean the house and just talk about it. Just talk about it. I'm calling that one diabolical. You can't... That is, like, the sheer levels of passive-aggressive to be like, I'm just going to live like this. I'm going to live in a tip just so that I can send a message. Clearly, he's not getting the message. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Okay. In the 2nd grade, 2 women with clipboards sat in our classroom for a week just to observe. They were there specifically to observe me. Okay. I'll 32, female. Never forget the time 2 grown women were introduced to our class as observers for the week. They'll be in the back watching me teach for a few days. Oh, you're the teacher. Okay. I thought this was back when you were a student. In order for them to do their jobs properly, please ignore them. Okay. Act like they're not here. They sat silently in the back taking notes on their respective clipboards for an hour or so each day. On that Friday, my teacher keeps me back during recess. Okay, wait, hold on. What? No, she is a student. Okay. Hold on. What did I read? I feel like I've read something wrong and it confused me. I'll never forget the time 2 grown women were introduced to our class observers for the week. They'll be in the back watching me teach for a few days. Oh, this is a quote from the teacher. Holy moly. I did not understand what they were on about. Okay, that's a quote from the teacher. They'll be in the back watching me teach for a few days. In order for them to do their job properly, please ignore them. Act like they're not here. That's what the teacher said. It was a student. They sat silently in the back taking notes on their respective clipboards for an hour or so each day. On that Friday, my teacher keeps me back during recess, telling me the 2 women want to chat / ask me some questions. I was then placed in a chair directly facing them, with my teacher and her aide standing off to the side a few steps behind the duo. Something was up. They then proceed to tell me, delicately, why they're here. They go on to explain that my teacher knows I'm a good student, and so my recent failing test grades don't make sense. They then show examples of me spelling the same words or doing the same math accurately on previous tests/assignments, yet completely wrong with recent ones. Have you been failing these tests on purpose? This was the first time I experienced that heart beating out of my chest type feeling. For one, it was true. I was faking it. Am I wrong? This feels like a My Animated Story video. I feel like this is the voiceover for a My Animated Story movie. On top of that, they seemed very serious. Scary serious, especially to my 8-year-old self. I, shamefully, admitted that yes, I had been. And then they asked why. Well, that answer, the truth, led to my first non-parental authoritative scolding on memory. Dun dun dun! Second gasp. Next paragraph. Simply, I did it because I was jealous of the kid who seemingly got to have a second recess. There was a group of 20 or so students across the six second grade classrooms who got pulled each week for roughly half the day. One day I saw them playing outside from inside the classroom. They appeared to be having so much fun, and I wanted in on the fun. So I asked one of them how they got put into the group and was told, because I'm bad at spelling and math. My two strongest subjects. What am I ever to do? Suffering from success. Dumb myself down, of course. To become one of them, I had to act like them, think like them, test like them. Jeez, the drama in the writing of this one. After our little interview sesh, my failed attempt at manipulation, whatever you want to call it, was never discussed of again. My parents never questioned me about it. To this day, I don't know what they know /were told. If anything at all. My peers never knew about it, and I never told a soul. Those women scared the living daylights out of me. Okay, I'm just going to summarize here. This person wanted an extra recess, so they purposefully did bad on a test. But I appreciate the storytelling. Most of these could use a little bit more detail. They gloss over all the details. This one was stretched out a little bit. Not diabolical. They're a little kid. It's not diabolical. It's not. If anything, it's based. I'm not going to say it's most based. But it's certainly not diabolical. It makes sense. Why so many adults for one kid, though? That's what's weird about it. I don't understand why the teacher couldn't just ask. Why did there have to be, like, 4 adults? Not anything, really. bit of a non-story. The best part about it was the storytelling itself. For extra recess, what are we saying? Are we saying that's... I feel like that's reasonable. That's fair. I'd do that. I'd live for this drama. Do you live in some kind of spelling-based dictatorship? I noticed your spelling got bad. That is bad. Your spelling needs to be better. What happened to your spelling? All right. Let's move on to the next one. That one does not win any awards. I stole from a museum as a child. And I don't mean from the gift shop. Oh, no. When I was a child, around 7 or 8, I went on a school trip to a museum that had an ancient Egypt. I said it again. An ancient Egypt exhibit running. The museum staff allowed the class to look at the... to look at some old relics, passing them around in a circle. I remember looking at this little greeny blue colored figurine of a goddess with a hippo head. I really liked it. Without a second thought, I put it in my pocket and took it home with me. Easy. I sat at home playing with it, not really understanding the gravity of what I had done. Then we had a big assembly at the school. The museum were looking for this figurine as it was not a replica. I don't know why I can't talk today. The museum was looking for this figurine as... The museum were looking for this figurine as it was not a replica, but an actual ancient Egyptian artifact. I remember playing scenarios in my head of how I could give it back without getting caught, but I couldn't see a way out of it. The museum became angrier with the collective museum. The assemblies grew more pressing. Letters went home to all parents. Parents were called in of naughty children who could have possibly done it. I'm gonna guess which kids are capable of such atrocities. Finally, everyone calmed down. They realized they weren't getting it back. I got away with it. The problem is, I'm now 31 and I still have the figurine. I couldn't throw it away. It's thousands of years old. Well, obviously not going to throw it away. I couldn't give it back. I would have been in unbelievable trouble. If I gave it back now, it would look strange that it turned up after all this time in the same town by someone who went to the same school. You could just give it back anonymously, I suppose. I never told anyone about this figurine. No one else has ever seen it. I have no idea what I'll ever do with it, but that's my confession. Museum thief of an ancient artifact at 7 years old. Final edit. Final edit, just to let everyone know, thanks to your comments, I did the right thing and returned the figurine to the museum. I did it anonymously from a different city. I hope they receive it. I feel a lot better, thank you. That's what I said. You just return it anonymously. Which is exactly what you say on Reddit. I guess it's one of those things, like, even if you did have it, you wouldn't really want to show anyone that you did have it. And so it kind of feels like, what's the point of having it? So yeah, you just return it anonymously. But where was this? If it's, you know, if we're talking you know, British Museum, it's stolen anyway. You're just giving it back to whoever stole it. What a swipe. You know, remember that that TikTok trend? That is a devious lick. If we're grading the levels of dev, that is perhaps the most devious lick there is. Ancient artifact, 7 years old, straight in the pocket. It's stolen anyway is a based take. Diabolical based. I don't know. I don't think it's taken the cake for either of them. Good story though. That is a good one, especially after you return it. Being able to tell that to people. I'd tell people after the fact. After you return it, why not? Send it back to Egypt. What do you do? What do you do? Put it in a little Ziploc bag. Address Egypt. All right, next one. When nurses were rude, I would make their drinks decaf. I worked at a busy hospital in Metro Atlanta. I was a manager at their coffee buffet bistro. It was a great option to have besides hospital food from a cafeteria. Nurses with a bad attitude about the job they chose to do, okay, show up and start demanding things. They whine. that extra caramel drizzle or extra mocha is an upcharge. I do what I can to resolve it, but it's rarely successful. So I start fulfilling these ridiculous coffee orders with minimal upcharges. I meticulously make the drink to their very snarky request, and I make it with decaf. Don't be bad to service people. Edit. This was 10 years ago, and a candid confession. Please stop messaging me as if I'm still making coffee. I'm not even in that industry. So everybody, pull up your jocks back out of their wad. Wait, pull your jocks back out of their wad and chill. Your coffees are safe from me. I am a bit lost with this one. I feel like you could go either way. I think, again, it's hard to say with the details, because they're just saying they came in with attitudes. But it also seems like there's a lot of attitude in this post. So I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, I'm going to say swapping it out with decaf, it's not like it's that big a deal. It's like, it's a bit of a funny thing to do to get back at someone. The other way around, not so much. I don't think that's so funny. But if you're just swapping caffeinated coffee out with decaf, well, it's not that bad. But I just feel like we've got a clash of personalities happening here, and I'm not sure whose side I'm supposed to be on. Because, like, they're saying don't be bad to service people. You're talking about nurses. Like, I'm not sure you're supposed to be bad to nurses either. You know, like, if we're gonna say it based on industry. If they want decaf, add caffeine. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's funny. I don't think it's funny to add caffeine if someone asks for decaf, because you can have all sorts of, like, heart conditions and stuff. The other way around, you know, I don't think it's that big a deal. Yeah, it's fairly harmless. I don't know where to land on this one, because I really think it comes down to the individual people. It comes down to the actual nurses themselves and to the barista. And are we just getting clashes here, or is someone objectively in the wrong? I don't know. You have epilepsy and need to watch your stimulant intake, so you'd be very upset if you ordered a decaf and someone gave you full coffee on purpose. Yeah. I think it's a lot more dangerous to do it that way around. Giving someone decaf instead, I feel like it's fairly harmless. The worst they're going to do is want another coffee. At a mid-tier? Well, I feel like most of them are going to be mid. I don't know. Let's look at one more. For today. I disabled my teacher's account to avoid a failing grade. When I was 15, I once intentionally logged into my teacher's workplace 3 times with the wrong password, so her account would get disabled. The goal? To stop her from entering my failing grade. It actually worked, for a little while at least. She couldn't log in, and the grade wasn't recorded immediately. But the next day, she stood in front of the whole class and asked who did it. I just sat there in silence, completely terrified. No way was I confessing. Looking back, I kind of laugh at the situation, but I'm also glad I kept my mouth shut. They never found out who did it, and if I had confessed, she probably would have gotten me expelled. I don't think she was going to get you expelled. That feels like such a mild thing to get expelled for. I think that's pretty base, though. I think that's just funny. I think it's funny. I don't think it's as much of a gotcha as doing all the wrong answers on the test. But that one's, especially because it only worked for a little bit. Like, it's not going to lock her out for that long. But this is a pretty good one. Also, I kind of agree. There's sort of just no reason to fess up to that. Like, what? Like, why would you? Pro hacker. Hacker man. That one was quick. I think we can squeeze in one more. I've dumped over 500 pounds of trash in my girl's apartment dumpster. And I've been doing it since like the third date. I run a small business and have to throw away hundreds of boxes and plastics and such. Every time I go over, I bring a trunk full of trash and dump it on my way in. I worry one day she'll be walking her dog or outside waiting for me to pick her up and that she'll see me, but it hasn't happened yet. If we were to ever break up or move in together, I suppose I'd have to find a new dumpster to dump in. But honestly, I kind of like this dumpster now. As far as dumpsters go, it's kind of my favorite dumpster. I've tried other dumpsters and they just don't cut it for me. This dumpster, top tier. Isn't it technically illegal? It's got to be, right? Especially if it's, what is it? Hundreds of boxes and plastics and such. I don't get it. I think kind of diabolical. I still don't think it's as bad as living in squalor because you don't want to talk to your husband. But I'm not gonna say based. This one's just weird. It's weird. It's just weird. The fact that he ends it with, but honestly, I kind of like this dumpster now. Like, even if he had to give it up, he would be, like, unsure. He might still start doing it, even if he was explicitly told not to. Because that dumpster's just too good. I don't have anything more to say about that one. Let's come back tomorrow to read some more confessions. All right, that was confessions. Now we're gonna move on to the worst rated Nintendo DS games of all time. Let me just set up the scene. Hopefully it works. We don't need this anymore. Where's the chat? Here, let's move that over. Metal Gear Solid 2 is not one of the worst rated Nintendo DS games of all time. It wasn't on Nintendo DS. I just had that up as just to get my formatting right. DS, more like DS. It's a good one. All right. And game-wise, game's looking good and ready. All right. Oh, perfect time to pause the music. Hey. Okay. No noise in the chat. This is for day 4 of the worst rated Nintendo DS games of all time. I gotta move my game around so that I'm looking at the right place when I play. Oh, I should turn my controller on too. get a... Are we connected? Yes, we are. Nice. Nice. All right. Welcome to day 4 of the worst rated Nintendo DS games of all time. Let's get into it. We're starting with the 15th today. The 15th worst rated Nintendo DS game of all time was Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. And Namoy, thank you, What Kind, for the super chat. And if you're looking at that going 45 Metacritic score, that's not the best. That was of the Xbox 360 version. So the DS version has a 35. So even worse. If you need a comic book movie license game fix, go look elsewhere. I beg you. GameSpy says, there's no reason for you to ever play this waste of plastic. Avoid it at all costs. Well, GameSpy, there is a reason. And that is because it has gone down in history as the 15th worst rated Nintendo DS game of all time. And I am going to come up with my own opinion on it. New game. File 1, please. Careful, team. All of my data suggests that the cosmic energy spike originates here. So what? This is a volcano, Reed. It's just like me. Totally hot and burning with energy. Zinger! What a good one. And full of gas, too. Don't embarrass yourself, kid. If Reed says something's wrong, then something's wrong. I sense something ahead, inside the mountain. Ben, can you get us in? Bruh. There's always story in these games. Just like you thought, Reed. The Earth's got visitors. The Skrulls! Not the Skrulls! The question is, Sue, what do they want? They want to do some Skrulling. Who cares what they want? The thing wants them gone. Yeah, fair. Get rid of the Skrulls. Press Y button to attack and B button to jump. Attack it. I don't care. It's not gonna. I feel like nothing's gonna. Okay. Stop it. Boom. Stop. Boom. Oh. I'm so slow to move, but I jump very fast. What? Actually, jumping feels faster than walking. Watch out for environmental hazards. Whoa, holy moly, they really are hazards. Oh no, Big Boss clobbering enemies. Fills the power bar on the bottom screen. Fill it to 25%, hold down A and let go to unleash a dash attack. Continue hitting enemies for power. Well, that was hard. I don't know why I would need to do any bigger attack than that. Whoa, now. Environmental hazard. Each level has cosmic something. Tapping the crystal on the bottom of the screen will cause a massive area attack. Finding and saving 3 crystals of the same color before reaching a boss will give a free attack against the level's boss. After defeating each boss, you will lose any crystals that remain. Okay. Okay, this, I mean, where's the rest of the 4? Am I about to die? I guess I should, like, use a crystal. Okay, alright. Well, that was really something. Oh, I'm actually about to die. Joinen your health? Oh, what about it? Try again? Try again? No. I don't think I will. I think I played all I needed to play of that game, to be honest. I'm not convinced that even if it gets much more fun, that it will be worth any of my time. Well, it was worth at least some of it. 5 minutes? I'm gonna breeze straight past it. That was Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. I'm gonna move on because, guys, if you thought that was exciting and you wanted me to play more, well, you just didn't know what was up next. You did not know the sheer excitement, the high octane energy that we have to look forward to in number 14. The number 14 worst rated Nintendo DS game of all time is, of course, March of the Penguins. If you guys remember that documentary. It's a documentary about penguins migrating or something. I don't know. Moving around. Marching, I suppose. And there's a DS game. There's a DS game about a documentary. So this one, I can already tell how much fun this one's going to be. It has a 34 on Metacritic. Critics say things such as a horrendous mess of a game, horrible to play in every way, short of severing your hands at the wrists and squirting lemon on the stumps. That's what Nintendo Gamer says. Games Radar says, March of the Penguins is a horrendous mess of a game. Horrible to play. Okay, never mind. We're doubling down on the lemon on the stumps thing. They both happen to say the same thing. Coincidence? Maybe everyone has the exact same thought when they play this game. So, let's find out. Yes, I hope it's as bad as they say. Here we go. Now this is going to be a game. Game tools? What's in game tools? Oh, it's like a little tutorial. Okay, new game. This is the incredible true story in the harshest place on Earth of a family's journey to bring life into the world. Chapter 1, Journey to the Breeding Grounds. The Emperor Penguins start their perilous journey across the harsh landscape of Antarctica. Chapter 1 goal. To advance to the next chapter, collect at least 12 snowflakes and get all penguins to the breeding colony before time runs out. Okay, what am I doing? Oh. Oh, okay. What? What am I doing? I feel like I'm just confusing the penguins. I'm confusing myself. What? Why can't I put the spiral staircase there? Why am I putting a tent down? There's a fish. There's a fish. Come and get it. Fire. Snowball. What? What do you want me to do? I don't get it. Why can't I put this anywhere? What is... I can put these down, but they don't seem to, like... How do I get them to go up that high? What? How would I ever get them to get up that high? I don't get it. Before the time runs out. Okay, that one goes up. That one goes up. But are they going to actually go up it? Is it literally facing the wrong way? No, 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 no. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Does it? There we go. Turn around and now go up the little slide. Oh, you can only go down the slide, I suppose. Makes complete sense, obviously. I'm silly. I'm silly for thinking otherwise. They're certainly marching. I guess they tried to make like a Lemmings game. I just don't understand because I can't put anything anywhere except right on the ground. For some reason, I can put fire. I can't like... Okay, the slide, go away. I can't put things on top of things. So I don't understand how they're supposed to get up anywhere. Does anyone have any ideas? I assume they're supposed... This is so hard. This is so hard. I assume they're supposed to be able to get that first flake first. But I can't, like, stack things up or anything. Wait! I cannot for the life of me figure out... Oh! We almost got one. We almost got the first snowflake. Fish. Come get the fish. I don't get it. Keep doing your thing, Joinen. You might not be able to put things where a penguin is standing. I can't put things anywhere. They're so close to getting that snowflake. Why do they need snowflakes? What purpose would they have for snowflakes? Tent. What about a tent? Do you guys like that? Oh! Wait! Wait! What? Tents! Tents was the answer! Okay, now they turn around. They bounce up onto their thing, hopefully. Almost, almost. Let's put it over here. Obviously, it's tents. I'm so silly for assuming it would be something else. Up, up, get up. Come on. Yeah, yes! Now, I need one of these ramps. Ramp, ramp, ramp. Can't put a ramp. Ramp. Move! You're in the way. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Now they're all going to be stuck up here. Go down. Oh, no. I don't have any space to put anything. They're all getting stuck up there. I can't put anything there. I don't know how to get them down. I've trapped them. They're all stuck now. Joinen, you better not kill the penguins. I've turned them into a lump. I've got all the penguins as one big lump. And I'm unsure of what to do about that. Quick! The penguins are stuck. The penguins are stuck because I can't place anything up here and they refuse to go down. So I failed. I have failed the penguins. Fire. There seems to be, at this stage, nothing I can do. I've entered their environment. They were doing just fine without me. And I've got every single last penguin stuck on a ledge. Look, I'm not going to say I want to cut my hands off and squirt lemon juice on the stumps. That is quite a visual, that is quite a graphic explanation of your feelings towards the game, but I'm also not going to say it's a perfectly designed game. Okay, well, that was March of the Penguins. Honestly, less boring than I thought it would be. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I did think it was going to be more boring. So that's my review. Next game, the number 13th worst rated is Astro Boy the video game. That didn't get a 48 on DS. It got a 34 on DS. Just avoid it and go see the movie instead. I did. I remember seeing it at the cinemas. It's totally broken. We have a totally broken game. Astro Boy the video game, which I assume is Astro Boy the movie, the video game. So, let's see. Art. Is it supposed to be? Okay. There is some sound. Touch the screen. Game start. Data 1. Let's just go normal for now. Metro City is a stunning-looking metropolis suspended in the sky, floating peacefully above the surface. The jewel in the crown. Beautiful, isn't it? Thanks to our friends, the robots. Robots do our shopping, they cook for us, they serve our meals, they take care of us. Dr. Tenma, headed out to Ministry of Science, is that man. Thanks to him and the incredible innovations he's introduced, today's robots do all kinds of useful jobs in the Metro City, including a lot of things that, frankly, we just don't want to do anymore. Robots don't just make things easy for us in Metro City. If re-elected, President Stone has plans to deploy robots in our armed forces. That's smart. Our friends, the robots, serve us. They protect us. Thousands are created every day, and thousands are disposed of in the unending cycle that sustain life in our great city. Dr. Tenma. It looks just like him, doesn't it? A perfect replica. Plus, I've uploaded all of Toby's memories. It'll think it is Toby. Dr. Elephant. Don't expect too much, Tenma. The core is unpredictable. I can't guarantee what effect. What's different? I haven't seen Dad angry before. Mr. Squirt? Check out the haircut on that one. It looks like he's got horns. Aha! Horns! Good one, says Mr. Squeegee. What do you mean, horns? It's gel. Wait. How can I understand what you're saying? You're robots. Ah! Why'd you open the window all of a sudden? We don't want any trouble. Catch you later. What am I reading? What am I reading? What in the hallucinations? Wait up. I just want to know what's going on. What's happened to me? Get your hands off me. Hey, better watch out below. Achoo. Oops, sorry. Arg. Rocket boots. We got rocket boots. Arg. I can fly. Am I going to actually get to play the game at some point? This is so cool. I gotta show Dad. All right, you know what? I'm actually gonna skip through. Can I play the game at some point? All right, here we go. All right, we gotta, can I rocket boot? Oh, I can. Whoa. Yahoo! No, no. Bad. Bad. Don't do that. All of these games are all the same. It's always just running somewhere and punching something. Wait, what happens if I... Oh. So now... What if I go... Oh, okay. Holy moly. Silly of me to expect I could get up there. Right. We seem to have a problem. Ugh. Okay. All right. I don't know if I'm missing... Don't know if I'm missing something here, but I seem to... I seem to not be able to get up this gap. And sometimes it just doesn't even work. Sometimes I don't even have a... Ugh. Okay, see, I can do that. Can I... Is there any other way I can... No. I can't, like... I can't double jump. All I can do is... What do you want me to do? I can't get up there. Am I supposed to go back? Okay, no, there's nothing over there. What do I do about the yellow things? I feel like this rocket boot thing down here maybe could have helped me. But I don't have the skill points anymore. I can't activate it. The BC skill. The bar at the top ran out, so maybe you don't have the power anymore? Yeah, what am I supposed to do about that? I think I actually... Maybe if I die, then maybe I'll have... Do I actually just have to start again? Beat up the bad guys, get the energy, and not waste it this time, so that I can... Stop! And not waste it this time so that I can then use my jet up. Right. It's because I used my skill bar at the bottom and didn't have any left. So I couldn't get up. Now I think I can do it. I don't know how to use it. How do I use it? And now I can't use it? I used it all. That, no. All right. All right. No, I'm absolutely not. The Penguins game was better. The Penguins game was better. That was Astro Boy. I think we'll play one more game today. Next, we will play number 12. Number 12, Superman Returns. Again, 51 is what it got on Xbox. It got a 33 on DS. Quite frankly, Superman Returns on the DS is abysmal. If you consider playing it, or even asking for it for Christmas, you deserve to have a huge slab of radioactive green kryptonite enter the Earth's atmosphere and smack you right on the head. This game is short. Damn short. It can be finished in about an hour or so. And once you have sussed out the way the simple strategy part works, all further enjoyment can only be derived from the main missions, which I'm sure you'll realize by now can't save this Superman. Alright, it's a bad game. Let's see how bad. Honestly, that last one, pretty bad. That was loud. All right, come on. Yep. Yeah, we get it. All right. Medium. Sure, let's go. Oh, I get to pick my suit? That's actually kind of fun. It's kind of cool. Colors of Morning. Noble Kai. Superman Returns. Golden Age. Pod suit. Let's do pod suit. Welcome home. Super speed. That's all I need to know. All I need to know is super speed. B is super speed. What? Fly towards the sun. Okay. Is this me? I am this thing. Alright, yeah. I've got super speed. 30 to go. Okay. I did that poorly. Time extended. 30 to go. The controls, man, they're pretty strange. Speed boost. Time extended. This is my favorite part of Superman. Dang, I hit a pixel. The controls, man. The controls. Did I make it? I made it in time. Loading. The Man of Steel is back. All right, good. I'm back. I had to just go be a little crystal in space for a bit. Superman traveled across half the universe, believing that his home world of Krypton still existed, only to find it was nothing but a graveyard. Now, after an absence of nearly 5 years, Superman has returned to the only place he can call home, Earth. All the while, Lex Luthor has been plotting. Yeah, he's the bad guy. Planning to steal Superman's advanced cryptid grid, blah, 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 blah. I want to see the gameplay. I'm so glad you're back at the jail, but you sure you were lucky to hit open the bro, blah, 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 blah. Yep. Jimmy, quick, take a picture. Let's go. Mongol. Intercept Mongol and win the battle to stop him from attacking the city. Move to hotspots and win showdowns to stop certain... Okay. Sure. What? Save game. Sure. That's fine. Touch flashing locations to move to them and take control. What? This is the game? This is what I'm playing? Touch the screen and press A to continue. This is the game? You're telling me this is the Superman game that I'm playing? Oh. What? I'm just touching squares? I thought I was gonna run around on a platformer and slowly punch things. Like every other movie game. Oh, okay, no, I think I'll get to do that too. Jailbreak, let's go. Takes a while to load. And don't get stuck. Here we go. Now I get to run around on a platformer and slowly punch things. Release them. Wait, is this 3D? Wait, it's gonna be 3D? Oh, it's 3D! That's kind of sick, actually. Why? Why? Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Why does it say why? And then it just sprints. What? What is this? This is funny as. What is happening? I can fly backwards. I didn't know Superman could fly backwards. I guess he can. I just never really thought about it. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what you actually want me to do. Time over. Time over. That was kind of funny, though. Oh! Now we have to do this again. We go back to this. I like to think I've experienced all of that game has to offer, because I imagine it's a whole bunch of doing that and then doing that. And then doing that and then doing that. Kind of funny. It's got a little 3D flying around gimmick. I don't really get it. It was honestly penguins. We're all digging the penguins. That was, I think that's enough for today. I think that's today's DS games. We'll be back tomorrow to continue off with we'll enter the top 10 tomorrow. So that's pretty exciting. Now, stream, listen. When I say tomorrow... Hold on, where's my music? When I say tomorrow, I don't actually mean tomorrow.
Forget this, bring back the penguins.
Thank you, Pony, for the super chat. Honestly, the penguins, there was something to figure out there. There was a bit of a puzzle game. When I say tomorrow, I don't mean tomorrow. I mean tomorrow because in the video, we're playing 7 days. And so when I say tomorrow in the video, it's like, that was day 4, and then tomorrow, day 5. Know what I mean? But this music's really loud. But that won't be tomorrow in real life. It'll be in 2 days. 2 days in real life. 2 days in real life, we're going to continue DS games and confessions, but we're also going to start a new one. We're going to start a new thing. So, that was the stream today. I hope you guys had fun. I'll be back in 2 days to stream some more. Tomorrow is the friends we met along the way. Exactly. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. And I will, I'll see you guys in the next stream. And now I wave at you.